This week on WestfordCAT News, the superintendent makes a recommendation regarding schools reopening. WestfordCAT board members appear before the select board.
One of the directions of the task force committee will be to look at potentially monetizing some of our services as well.
More people in town are using the food pantry. Stay tuned, WestfordCAT News is next. After weeks of deliberation among a 57-member team of educators from the Westford School Department, Superintendent Bill Olson recommended a hybrid model of teaching at the July 27th school committee meeting. The team researched how best to educate students while limiting potential exposure to COVID-19. Here's Olson.
I am recommending the hybrid learning model to the school committee, to our staff, and to the community. I'm doing so because I do believe, based on some of the research that has been done of a medical nature, some of the psychological information that has been presented by the American Academy of Pediatrics, I do believe that with the precautions that we're taking, it will be safe for students to return and staff to return to school on a limited scale, and that's what we have intended to do, trying to move everyone back into the process of education as we have known it for many, many years, but with the safeguards that the DESE, that the CDC, that the Massachusetts Department of Public Health have advised us on.
Watch the entire school committee meeting at westfordcat.org. WestfordCAT board members appeared before the select board on July 28th to report on operations. Board President Christy Bates was accompanied by Treasurer Jack Wang, who spoke on CAT's financial challenges. Acting Executive Director Sarah Fletcher also addressed the board. Here's Fletcher, followed by Select Board Chair Andrea Perriner-Sweet.
So we continue to develop sponsor relationships and strive to increase our grant revenues. One of the directions of the task force committee will be to look at potentially monetizing some of our services as well. The studio is open to members now, and we do have a few that have started to come back and schedule studio time and to record and edit their programs. We have developed office protocols to keep the staff and community safe at the station.
Clearly, you folks in the 3 months that you've all been on board have done a tremendous amount of work to really get WestfordCAT back on track. And to help us understand that, are you out of the woods yet? No, but certainly, things seem to be on such a, good, stable, moving forward program where you're all coordinating with one another, where the budget is coordinating with fundraising, and you have a plan going forward and a goal to meet. And so, as Mark said, kudos to all of you and for all of the obviously very hard work and long hours you've put in the last 3 months.
Watch the entire meeting at westfordcat.org. At 16.3%, the unemployment rate in Massachusetts is one of the highest in the country. That suggests that a large number of families are now faced with food insecurity as they lose their jobs or are put on furlough by their employers. Board members of the Westford Food Pantry are finding that the numbers are rising. Between April and the end of June, 356 seniors were served as compared to 241 between January and March. 483 households were served as compared to 377 earlier this year, according to Tim Baker, president of the Food Pantry. More telling was the 70% increase in bags of food distributed in June, according to Baker. He said that they are feeding more people and seeing more need. The Merrimack Valley Food Bank provides 80% of the pantry's food through the USDA food distribution program, and donations from residents are always welcome. Those in need of food are encouraged to visit the Food Pantry, located at the Cameron Senior Center, 20 Pleasant Street, on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. and on Fridays from 9 to 11 a.m. Those seeking help need not be a resident of Westford to receive food. Find a more in-depth article on this topic by WestfordCAT News Director Joyce Polino Crane at westfordcatnews.org. That's it for now, Westford. I'm Patty Stalker, and you're watching WestfordCAT News.